zoomer on now. I think there's a bit of daylight when it just goes past the gloves there. Not enough evidence, I suspect, to overturn that decision.
In my view here, Shimon, I don't think he got something on it, so we're going to go real time. The wicketkeeper went up straight away. David Viss as well. He's quite sure.
Alex Wolf says it's not out, and I think that's eventually the right decision. He doesn't like it. He says why, but we also why. There wasn't enough evidence.
Yeah, I think it's the right decision here. It's always going to be very difficult. I mean, if you're going to rely on the sound, and for umpire Wolf, he gave it a wide straight away, and there was no sound. It did look like it came off the glove a little bit, but after that, when they zoomed it in, there was a bit of daylight between ball and...
Eventually, I think the right one was taken. Anyway, Dhaka sitting pretty in the third over, 23 without loss. Zazai on strike. For once, a bit sane in his approach. Just pushes it for a single.
A bit unusual from Zazai, giving it a little dab on the leg side. Or perhaps he's gone into...
Well, thought of a run there. Run ball accordingly. Maybe slowing the ball down further than his usual pace. There it is. And the bat's gone through before the ball arrived. Very intelligently done.
David Viss is quite a tall block as well. And first up as well.
Hello, that's going to be signalled wides and, well, it's no ball actually. It's way over the top. And 4 runs to boot, so 5 of them.
Yeah, freebies. That's rather unfortunate for the wicket-keeper. That one took off. Jeez. Have a look at that bounce. Way over Narayan's head.
Goes, trying to go straight, but getting the thick inside part of the bat. They just amble through for a single to finish over number 3. It's 29 without loss. Ah, now that's interesting. Just that tennis ball bounce.
It's got to be more precise as well if you're going to go back off a length. Ali's been extremely bowling at a good pace. Here's the Dhaka Dynamites. Zazai, Narayan, 2 overseas players, opening pair. They've been going pretty strong, and here's the captain. He's been around for a very long time. Pollard as well, overseas. Andre Russell, overseas player as well. He's been really good, and over the years, wealth of experience.
Oh, nice. That's a touch of calypso about that shot, with that right leg up and just swinging from the hips. Beautiful shot for the maximum.
Bit of a calypso shot there, well expected as well from Narayan. From Guyana, well, it's expected the way he's just picked that one up, and with a bit of pace as well. Ali Khan, he's sailing away. Beautiful timing there. Look at that front foot lifting up as well.
Racing along at the moment, going at over 10 runs per hour, 79 meters, that's 6. It's been entertaining at the previous match too. These two have got Dhaka Dynamites off to a rollicking start. That's a good comeback delivery. Ali Khan can generate a bit of pace. 138.9 the last one.
Here's my argument here. Well, Ali Khan, he bowls with good pace, and I don't think I agree with the set field here for him to bowl back off a length. He's got a man out in the deep mid wicket and a man out in the deep square as well. We saw in the previous games when you pitch the ball up, it's a lot harder for the batters to have a hit. But if you're going to go back off a length, it's easier. You saw the pickup shot from Ali from Narayan, I beg your pardon. It's easier for the batters to score. You got to go full.
He's not going full. Didn't listen to you, but almost paid off there, because just the shortness, you'd expect it to rise up. So there's a bit of problem with the two-paced nature of this wicket. It's going to put a seed of doubt on the batters' minds.
But double bluff, perhaps. It might work. You never know. But then again, if these two, they're not going to hold back anyway. They're going to throw everything that comes along their way. Here's Narayan, previous game, scored 38 or 28 balls. Most of his shots came off the back of a length, which is what we're talking about. He likes sitting on the back foot. He throws everything at it.
Well. It could have gone anywhere. Just did not manage to get enough on that bat and found the fielder at short third.
He had a good innings, but he started off fairly slow, but he managed to pick it up towards the end. But this is today, and Narayan trying his luck here. Should I say, missed out on the last delivery.
He waits on that one again, does not really get hold of it, timing a little awry, and he's slowed it down 107 k's per hour, which is pretty good from him, because he can bowl at 140. That's a wonderful mix.
It's a massive difference from 140 clicks and then all the way down to 107. And if you have a look at the last delivery, how well he disguised it, and not a lot has changed in his arm speed and the way he holds the ball as well, and rolls his fingers over. Clever bowling.
And lovely shot. That's not too bad a delivery, but it's been hit away to the cover boundary for 4 runs. After 4, it's 40 without loss. Bye-bye, birdie. That's another one. Wow, they're really lighting up the sky with sixes.
You can tell from the crowd as well. They're all smiles. That was a great shot. Pick up straight over mid-on. And have a look at that again. Goodness me. Such a strong lad as well. And way over. It's not just over, but way over. Look at the timing and the follow through.
It's a race between the two. You get ahead of me, you nose ahead. I'm going to come back and hit a 6 and nose ahead of you. Now Zazai has gone to 20, overtaking the 19 of his partner. And he waits on that slightly slow one and crunches it through the covers. Excellent shot for 4.
Again, that was a slow delivery. And we talked about how good he is at watching the ball. He's got a very good hand and eye coordination. Just have a look at that. Slow delivery, knuckleball, and waited for it beautifully, and the balance as well. Remarkable. And that last ball just brought up his 100 runs in this tournament so far, and it's only his 2nd game.
What more could you expect from this guy? It's absolutely top class for the Dhaka Dynamites. Hzratullah Zazai. This time he tried to just adjust, as intelligently bowled once again, as he waited. We mentioned that he has already gone past the 100 mark, 78 in the first game. This is match number 2 versus the Kings, Rajshahi Kings. 41 deliveries are all it took to get those 78 runs, and you'd expect all those big shots to be thundered and plundered all over the place. Really kept striking the ball so very hard, and they went a long, long way. Well, he reached for that, got the toe end of the bat, but still it raced away to the boundary.
Well, he's not happy, Shariful. I'll tell you what, Zazai, he's such a joy to watch, and he's not going to miss out on only bad delivery. It's the back of length again. Wide outside off stump. Had he left that, it would have been called a wide, but no, he wasn't going to miss out on that one for certain. Great shot.
Racing along the Dhaka Dynamites, really in control, the 2 opening batsmen. Very, very worrying for the Khulna Titans team. Already 14 in the over, 2 more deliveries to go. And he goes big, he goes long, He goes over the top, but is it going to make it over the top? Yes, it does. Another maximum.
I mean, have a look at that shot again. This is sitting on 20 runs in this over so far with one ball to spare, but just this shot in particular is best of them all so far for me. Straight over bowler's head, and can only watch it go all the way. Such a strong lad. 74 meters. My word, it's such a joyful batter to watch as well when he gets going.
Well, they're looking at it and hoping it would land within the ropes, but knew straight away it's gone over for another maximum. Down the leg side, did he get a bit of foot on it? No, it didn't touch anything, so he'll have to bowl an extra one. This is pressure on the young bowler, Shariful. Baptism by fire.
You certainly don't want to be bowling extra deliveries here. No, that didn't touch anything. And as a bowler, you do not want to be bowling any extra deliveries. No freebies with the way Zazai is going. Sitting on 34. Just off 16 balls.
And he goes. Didn't really time it that well. But still, I thought he wouldn't make that. But even a miss hit gets him a 6 to finish over. And that over cost him 21 runs. After 5, it's 6-7 without loss.
It's gone high up in the air. And this is a moment where they should not miss out. Oh, yes. This is exactly what they wanted. Would have been happier if it was Zazai. But nevertheless, the first wicket goes. And it's Sunil Narayan who takes the walk just at the start of the 6th over.
Yes, success. This over for Khulna Titans. They were going great gun. 67 in the first 5. Sunil Narayan trying to hit that one way out of the field, only managing to hit it straight to that field. He goes for 19. Dynamite 67 for 1.
They've already achieved. Nicely done by David Vise. Just cramping him up. That's how it's supposed to be done, I suppose, after watching Zazai and his way of batting. It would be better if you can just cramp him up. This is the wicket of Sunil Narayan. Just got big on him. Skied it up inside the circle. Pressure catch, Ali Khan did well. That's exactly where Zazai was dropped by David Vise. So he's covered up a little bit by taking away the first wicket. 68 for 1. The last or the power play.
It is turning out to be a costly miss. Zazai was batting on 12 when he was dropped off the bowling of Shariful Slam by David Vise. And he's now moved on to 41 of just 18 deliveries. 27 in the previous over.
He's a smart bowler. Knows how to mix it up. He's played cricket around the world. Franchise cricket, when we speak of that. A pretty handy cricketer. Been brought into the side, replacing Carlos Brathwaite. The slight niggle. Oh, it's uppish. Drops short again. The ball getting big on the batsman, getting it high on the bat. Talukdar trying to pull that one with a horizontal bat.
Ronnie Talukdar promoted up the order. Probably the idea behind it is for him to go and score quickly. Batsmen have struggled, especially in a day game. Slower delivery, lovely delivery. Beautifully bowled. And what Dhaka Dynamites also need to realize that they've got a really good start here. Yes, they've lost the wicket of Sunil Narayan, but you really don't want to lose quick wickets. Instead of looking to play big shots, maybe Ronnie Talukdar perhaps can also just think to rotate the strike and get Zazai on strike, because he's in a punishing form. Strike rate of 227.8 for Zazai.
Goes at it and just clears that circle. Will earn him a boundary to end the over. Just a good over up till now, but now earns them 5 and a wicket. Power play done. 72 for 1 Dhaka Dynamites. And it's also the moment where we go for the Bashundra LPG strategic timeout. One of 18, dropped when he was 12, and it's costing Khulna Titans. This is his start. Loves to use that power that he has in the bottom hand. A lot of horizontal bat shots, but he can really pick the length very quickly. Stands and delivers. Not much foot movement, but he's got good, great hand-eye coordination. And if it's in his zone, he clears the boundary very easily. Have been either very full or really short against him. Haven't really been able to tuck him down. They haven't taken the pace of the ball, and probably would try to do that now after the power play is done.
The 3-4s and 4-6s is a very strong bottom hand player, Zazai. And the bowlers need to find the right length to cramp him for room. Mahmudullah, the skipper, back in the attack. That's well bowled. Nice and slow. Because the batsman on the front foot, it is an edge, but they will go for a single. They managed to score 72 in the power play. That's the highest so far. It's early days. And it is a day game. He's coming into bowl from the mighty Chipson. 90 wickets in his T20 career. Plays a very good part. Such an important player. Being a skipper, he likes to lead from the front. Not yet on the points table, Khulna Titans.
Yourself, boy. Morning, Riyad. Come on, Riyad.
Talukdar at this stage probably would like to give Zazai more strikes so that the momentum carries on. And then he himself can start using the long handle once he feels good, but he doesn't want to wait. It was in the slot. Comes down to the pitch of the ball. Not much spin on it. Gets a maximum for himself.
Yeah, the message is loud and clear. He's been sent up the order to play some big shots. Earlier he picked up a 4, but this is a really good shot. Good use of the feet. Lovely finish. That is nicely struck, and it's gone all the way 85 meters. But he's also kicking on.
Slight change in the field. The man has been moved out of mid-wicket area, and he's gone on to backward point. So there's a big gap in front of the square on the onside. No one's inside the circle. Men patrolling the boundary. There's hardly any margin of error in terms of length in this format. You go slightly wrong, you end up paying for it. He hasn't got hold of it. He hasn't got hold of it, but, oh, it's dropped. The way he went on with that shot, you feel he hit it high on the bat. This is not good fielding. Second drop from Khulna Titans.
Paul Sterling is the fielder. Running to his right, and it looked like he was in control. Have a look at this. It was short. And he swivels away and hit it in the air. Running. Catching, dropping, gone, 6. Short and wide, he missed out on that occasion. 13 in that over, 85 for.
He's a dangerous player. We felt that, probably on that leg side, there was a little tickle as well, didn't go our way, which is fair enough. But I think, disappointing the way we bowled, haven't really executed the plans. But the game's still not over. We just need to believe that we can pick up wickets and try and control this batting lineup.
Hi, Mahila, Athar here. Mahila, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. what do you expect the bowlers to do now? Because they've had a really good start, 88 for 1, 9 wickets in hand. What do you really feel that they should be bowling, especially someone like Zazai, who's really raced over to 44 of just 21?
No, yeah, I mean, we know that that's his game plan. We just need to try and control his hitting zone and then try and pick up wickets. I think the only way we can control this is by taking wickets. We just need to keep putting pressure. I mean, obviously that was a good shot. They will keep coming at us. They've got a very explosive batting lineup. We just need to somehow control that.
We'll continue our chat with Mahela in the next over, as we just seen another boundary. It's quite surprising that Zahir Khan has been brought into the attack now, knowing that he's pretty good with the new ball. Probably with Zazai being his teammate, understands and knows his bowling well, but still very surprising. We've seen him doing so well. Now that's way down the leg side. Very optimistic. 8 overs gone, 92 for 1.
How is going we get back? So we managed to get a few experienced players, especially Joe Rule and Taijul, which was quite happy to have them. Brings us a bit more flexibility in our lineup as well, and then we'll have to try and accommodate international players who's available this year as well, in the sense the tournament got shifted. So we're quite happy. We've got a very flexible few more guys to join us in the next week or so. That'll give us a bit more firepower.
Last couple of times that play the day game, it has been a low-scoring affair, Mahela. But today it seemed that it's turning out to be a pretty decent surface to bat on.
Well, yeah, I mean, it looks a good surface. I mean, they had a good start as well. I think early wickets we probably would have been able to control a bit better. But we just need to try and get a few more wickets in that middle period so that we can, restrict them to a decent score.
And how much would you like to chase here?
Less as possible. I mean, it's 94 already, but if you can try and keep them to about 170 would be great. But we'll have to bowl really well to try and get to that. But if you get a few more wickets in that middle overs, we might even be chasing something lower than that. But we just need to believe that we can do that on this surface.
Shot. You ball him there, and he's going to make you fetch the ball. 100 up for Dhaka Dynamites and 50 up for Zazai as well. Dropped at 12, and he's making them pay. While he's got his 50, and Dhaka reaching 100. Thank you, Mahela, for joining us, and good luck with the game.
The back-to-back 50 so for Hzratullah Zazai. Brings up the 100 with that massive 6 at long on. He looks to be in a smashing form. Again, tossing it up. I think that's where they need to bowl a target, cramping him for room, not allowing him to free his arms. 100.
Looked good. Had some clean hits. And he's looking to keep that pace, that's run scoring on alongside Zazai.
Right at the top, Ravi Bopara with 84 for Rangpur Riders. His fellow teammate Riley Russo on 83. Early days. Very long tournament. They're playing against each other 12 matches. Ample opportunity for loads of the players, some big names, big guns.
You see, all of them are openers except Ravi Bopara. He's
the projected score. Want to be around that 200 mark with this start. If anything lower, anything less, will be disappointed. But runs on the board is runs on the board. Shakib, just about to face his first delivery. Oh, sorry. Zai will strike. He will very soon. This man is on 55 and 34. Here's Mr. Paul Sterling from Ireland. Drop to catch as well, on the deep boundary. You're looking to try to make amends for that.
Well, the catch he dropped at the deep square leg region, at the deep mid-wicket region, could have been a little difficult because he may have been confused with the rope right there. But the one that David Wisey missed, that's big heavy on Khulna Titans, because that was a catchable catch, and from someone like David Wisey, this guy is in a complete onslaught, looking good. 57 of only 35 deliveries.
There's an opportunity for a catch in the deep. Taken. Zazai goes. Well bowled by Paul Sterling. Good catch. Good wicket. Big wicket here. Oh, he's fallen into the trap. Zazai goes for 57. Oh. Just losing their way slightly. Mamadullah needed Paul Sterling to get that wicket. And he's got that wicket for his captain. Have a look.
Well, that was an easy catch. Ball perhaps came a little late. Won it with the full face of the bat. Zazai going back for 57 or 35 balls.
Format. Shakib. He's about to face his first delivery from Paul Sterling. Opportunity. He's out. Paul Sterling has done a hat trick. One ball for Shakib. Oh, there's trouble in Dhaka. Trouble in Dhaka. They're 4 down now. Very soft dismissal. Very disappointing. Getting the outside edge. And one must say well bowled by Paul Sterling. Oh, the Titans, they're all over the Dynamites.
Yeah, one of the softest dismissals. Saqib Hassan going back, facing only one delivery for a duck, and Dhaka Dynamites on 13 for 4.
Interested in, I'm worried about the average. Is that strike rate per 100 balls? Pollard 150, Russell 166. Both been the best of 100. They'll pass the 100 mark. Russell a few occasions. Pollard on one occasion, but they need to finish. Back in the Caribbean. I'm sorry, my brother. You're in Dhaka. 125 for 4. Final ball. Well bowled. Opportunity. Oh, in the stands. A spectator's catch. Andre Russell finishes the over with a mighty 6. 131 for 4. Good partnership. And Duklar, 28. And Andre Russell and Pollard, they have a job to do. They need to finish the last ball. Oh, the power of Russell. Not a bad delivery whatsoever. Drawing him into that slug sweep. It's gone either way. But then you have to say well executed by Andre Russell.
Oh, that was lucky. That was lucky. That missed the stumps. That missed the wicketkeeper. But unfortunately, that goes down fine leg. That's got to be a wide. That would be a 5 for 4. That's very unfortunate as far as the bowler is concerned. But you've got to give credit. That's how Tajul Islam bowled and missed the leg stump and went for an unnecessary 4 as far as Khulna Titans are concerned.
A ball by Islam. Kind of yorked Pollard. Pollard yorked himself, I should say. The wicketkeeper, they didn't do a good job. There's the big man going for a big heave, and he executes well. Straight back for 6, Skyrim Pollard. Stand and deliver. These two are turning it on. 2 sixes in the last 3 deliveries. Well, 2 deliveries, I should say. They're turning it on, Pollard and Russell.
That was a mighty blow. That's what you expect from big guys like Andre Russell and Pollard. Clean hitters of the ball. That was in the zone. And he made no mistake, just over the top, threw long on for 6.
There's a crunching shot, more authentic. That's a wonderful shot from the big man, Kieran Pollard. Stand and deliver. That shot alone is the shot of the afternoon. What power Kieran Pollard brings to any franchise around the world.
He just crushed that. Goes off the back foot, through covers. He went like a flash. See that? He just made a bit of a room and he's looking at it, admiring this shot himself. Kieran Pollard.
10 off 2 deliveries, 14 runs from the over. Pollard is starting to turn things on. Mahmudullah with a very interesting feel. There's an opportunity straight back. Oh, good fielding and a good field placing. Just want to have a look if you're the man straight back over the bowler's head. Last time I saw a field like that was Courtney Brown a long time ago against a very good friend of mine who passed away, Renaka Morton, and he was caught in that same position. So Mahmudullah being innovative, and that's what you want. Russell is on strike. Big tugged, long on, well bowled by Islam. 1 delivery left in the 15th over. In the 15th over. They motor on, 147 for 4. 17 off 10 for Pollard, 13 off 10 for Russell. Wolf has hit maximums. Turning it on, Mahmudullah goes back in that position for Kieran Pollard. Long on, long off, and the man straight back on the straight boundary. Well bowled to finish the 15th over. The Dynamites, 147 for 4.
There's some big overs there. Dhaka Dynamites now really well placed at 147 for 4. The men in the crease are the big hitters, the big guns. Trying to sweep that one into the gap, but there is a fielder. He'll cut it off. It'll be a single. It's a bit of a surprise for me to see Paul Sterling only bowling 1 over, where he picked up 2 left-handers, Zazai and Shakib Al Hassan, and all of a sudden he's been taken out of the attack. We don't know why Mahmudullah Riyad has opted to do that, but at the moment both these batsmen looking very dangerous indeed. Pitched up, should be cut off. It is, because we know how dangerous they can be with the bat. We've already seen some big 6s. Already 2 for Russell and 1 for Pollard. Wonder why Paul Sterling is not in the attack at the moment.
Very well bowled disguised. You know that it's going to come if he's bowling. Good wrong one. Bowls it at pace as well. Just going back on your argument, Atta, why is Paul Sterling not bowling in? It's arguable in my opinion. 2 right-handers batting now. Yes, he picked up both wickets of both left-handed batters, ball spinning away from the left-handers, so it's always an added advantage for the off-spinner. But now with these 2 right-handers, ball spinning back into them, and their margin of error is very, very small. It's just pretty much the same here with Andre Russell, ball spinning away from him. It's fairly close. Well, it has gone upstairs, and that's 100% sure decision pending. It looked pretty safe from up here, from the side view as well, and it should confirm. And the decision is not out. There you go.
He looked saved in. Okay. Again, sweeping and sweeping finer. have not managed to find the gap. Turning out to be a good over from Zahir Khan. 150 comes up for Dhaka Dynamites. We're just going back to finish off on Paul Sterling. I thought he probably deserved an over, because when you see a bowler in any format, when he comes in and picks up not just but also 2 wickets, only giving him 2 runs in a T20 format especially, you'd think that he might just deserve another over. Shot! All the way for the maximum.
Mighty blow, that one from Kieran Pollard. Much needed boundary as well from him. This is expected from him. I mean, he's a big guy. Have a look at the timing and to perfection as well. That was in the slot as well to go. That deserved to go, to be honest. 80 meters sailing over the boundary.
It was right from the middle of the bat. That is a cracking shot, the previous one. Oh, sloppy. Very sloppy indeed. Will they come back for 2-11 in this over? 158 for 4. Going to be timeout. It's going to be Oshundara strategic. PG timeout. First one to go. Nicely taken. Ronnie Talukdar also yielded a long handle, went out in that fashion, caught in the deep. Zazai was in a smashing form, and finally they caught him in the deep one more time. Ariful Haq and Shakabilaga Hassan gone first ball, caught by Shariful. But since then they've rocketed away, thanks to some nasty blows from Kieran Pollard and Andre Russell.
Yeah, they've managed to pull it back, this to the Caribbean, and they pull it back in the mighty blows as well. They're 2 strong blokes. And as you said, I mean, it's arguable. Paul Sterling, you seem to be liking him at this stage. He has done exceptionally well. And these are the headaches that the captain normally gets in this format. Not much time to actually come up with those big decisions. Perhaps he was thinking, okay, let me just steal 1 or 2 overs from Sterling, pick up a wicket if he goes well. And he picked up 2. So yes, you do have a point, Atta, and I do agree with you. But would it be, perhaps it would have been a good option, bowling to these 2. And you can argue it, and, you know, rightly so, he has been the pick of the bowlers, a good economic.
Yeah, Ali Khan from the mighty Chips end is the one with the ball now. What ball in the block hole, nicely dug out. Come and steal a single there. Good start for Ali Khan. It's perhaps one can say in favor of the skipper himself not to give him another over is because of the fact that he's not a regular bowler, Paul Sterling. So he's gone back with the experience of others around. Lovely start from Ali Khan.
I like this bloke, Ali Khan. There hasn't been that much big talk about him, but he's come on the scene and he's done exceptionally well from the previous game and up to now as well. You can tell the confidence that he's got from the previous delivery, which is not so easy to execute at this stage of the game. Bowling to these 2 well set 2 batters. You miss your length, you know you're going to fetch. And he's showing experience and the talent that he possesses, which is really, really good to see.
This is the second match for both the teams. Dhaka Dynamites in both matches have well in that match. 3 for 7 and 3 overs for him.
They do have a good batting lineup. They bat deep. And having these 2 also is an added advantage to the side. That should be a wide. You do not want to be bowling extra deliveries to these 2. That's one thing for certain. I'll tell you what's actually quite interesting. I'm having a look at the change of fields and the set plans to these 2 batters out. This is the previous delivery. Sliding it down leg. He wants the ball straight, because if you have a look at the field set, he's got, I don't know what position you'd actually call that, behind the bowler. And I don't know, what would you call that, Atta?
Behind the bowler.
behind the bowler.
But it's a very interesting field placement because he's there when Kieron Pollard is on strike, and they feel that he likes to hit straight down the ground. Over the bowler head, just like that. Take that. That is great captaincy. That is fantastic work.
Going your way as a skipper, things go pretty well. It's always going to be smiles all over the place. And the new batter, Shubhagata home. Lots of experience. He's been around 68 matches with a strike of 116.
Stroke of genius from Mahmudullah. Look where he's placed himself, right behind the bowler. You hardly see anyone standing, and he's been doing that, especially when Kieron Pollard is on strike, and it pays off. Pays a big prize. Absolutely brilliant. He's elated. Pollard was looking dangerous with the bat. But don't forget, he's still in the crease. Russell can do the similar kind of damage. Wow, ball. Really well bowled from Vise in the block hole. He's got the experience.
Yeah, well executed Yorker that from David Vise, showing his wealth of experience. And bowling to Andre Russell is, well, it's not easy. Because you know you miss your length, you're going to fetch. The room for error is very, very marginal at this stage of the game.
Good skills from him. That's not bad at all because it was wide, but not that wide. He's still stuck in his crease, so he had to reach out and missed it completely. So 2 dots on the trot.
What I like about this as well with the plan to Andre Russell, he's got the mid-off up, but the mid-off is very straight and he's got a deep extra cover, which suggests that he's going to go slightly wide and fuller length. There you go, straight, bit uppish. He's hit that fairly hard. Didn't take the single though.
Yeah, you can see the difference between
Nurul Hassan, just at 25 years of age, 58 games with a strike rate of 121. He can whack it around as well. He can bat the best of 79. And another one up in the air. Where's it going to land? And it kicks it straight over the boundary. Oh my word.
Unlucky, very, very unlucky. Lucky for the batsman. 4 to finish the over. Once again, it was a slower delivery. Couldn't reach it, but unfortunately, he just kicked it over to the
process as well. And here's what happened in the last under Russell, how he got out. All smiles in the end.
It's the slower delivery. He's a crafty bowler. And especially bowling to a set batsman or looking to play big shots, you would want to just mix it up.
So, I mean, he's one of the pick of the bowlers. He showed a lot of prospects. And
yeah, the Dhaka Dynamite fans are having a real fun time in the stands. They know that the team have moved on to 175 for 6. There's 2 more overs to be bowled. A few more runs will be added. This has been a good spell from David Vise. 2 for 15 in 3 overs that he has bowled. Few new batsmen in the crease. Have to wait and see who's going to bowl the last 2 overs. Toriful Islam, expensive, 43 and 2. And he'll have to be at his best, ensuring that he don't give that many runs because then the Dynamites will be over the moon. 175 for 6. Nurul Hassan is on strike. Can strike them big also. Don't forget that. Ali Khan just gone out of the field. Some treatment, make sure he's okay. Coming round the way, the good start for Shariful. Just a single there. They're looking for a second, never there.
Yeah, good slow ball to start off with as well. Shariful, he needs to come back here. He's been expensive his first 2 overs. But he's got 2 new batters that can also bat and that can also hit it. And they can be destructive. And this may be the time also to bounce back. But then again, they need to get to that 200 target if they can. It's not going to be easy. It's the execution that is the key here from here on.
Short one pulled away, not in control. They're looking to come back for the second. They're running hard, tight on. Not a great throw. Not a great throw at all. Could have been tired. It was right on top of the stumps.
There's a bit of a mix-up as well from perhaps the communication. Not quite sure where he was throwing there. Good running in the end. But he's thrown that right down the middle of the wicket. Have a look at that. Which end was he going? Not quite sure.
Ariful Haq, the fielder. That's well bowled again. Just want to make sure that they do not leak any boundaries. That's what the bowlers will be thinking at the moment. Shariful Islam. Work at the home. 2 6s and 5 4s in that previous innings of 30 to 14. Have a look at down the leg side. Quite a few in the Yorker length also. They've been very good. Again, just rolling the wrist over. Just been a little bit sloppy in the outfield. Extra run been taken.
Yeah, not. You almost feel for the bowlers. They're trying so hard. It hasn't been easy. It's proven to be a good wicket to bat on. If you can save as many runs as you can on the field, this is not required. It's a bit unlucky though. You had it. Take your time and make sure that you grasp the ball.
Again, a slow delivery. It's turning out to be a good over for Titans, and he would want to finish it nicely here. Score moves to a 182 for 6.
Yeah, we talk about bowling at the death, and he needed to come back as well. Yes, he has been expensive, but this over in particular has been exceptional. Bowling to 2 new batters, and it's not an easy wicket to come in and have it go straight away. But once you set, you can make some damage.
Good over. Really good over from Shariful Islam. Leg by, signaled by the umpire. 8 in that over. 183 for 6.
Gaji Group.
Still be quite pleased to score 183 for 6. But ball again, the Yorker length. They've been very good in the last few overs, I can tell you that.
They've been very good in the last 2 overs. Yes, the bowling has been exceptional, but also the batting, even though they haven't been getting boundaries, they've been rotating the strike pretty well, turning the singles into 2s. The fielding has not been the greatest. A bit sloppy, I feel. Or it looks like it out in the field. Turning out to be a mammoth of a score, though.
Again, something to learn, a thing or two from David Weiss. Ones who are watching here. Any youngster, watch however the length, the first 2 deliveries of the last over in the block hole. That's what you will need to do in the death, especially in the death. Knowing that the batsman will be looking to play some big shots, not allowing them to free their arms, bowling straight and in the block hole. Absolutely brilliant. Bit of an adjustment in the field, having a word with the skipper now. He's done well here. Yeah, but we say now he wants the third man who is inside the circle to go back. And the longer fielder, Mahmudullah, now comes back inside the circle.
Double bluff maybe? Is he going to go back off a length?
Nope. Very good. He's actually taken the pace off the ball, so it hasn't given anything away. Mind you, both the batsmen have come into the bat, so relatively new in the crease. There you go. He's been fuller and he's mixed it up. 47% on the length, and then further up in 33%. But he's also used the Yorker length quite wisely. Again, the Yorker length. Excellent work from Vise. They should come back for the second.
Very good running indeed from these two. What's good about these two batting now is they're rotating the strike pretty well. David Vise bowling very well, nailing those Yorkers in, but that running between the wickets has been exceptional. If you can't hit it, you might as well get off the strike, which is what's required at this stage. He may not be happy, but I tell you what, he's bowled exceptionally well on that fuller length. It's the confidence, nailing in, executing the plans.
Spot on one more time. This time there'll only be a single. Turning out to be a really good over. Discovered another 23 runs, and he will need to bowl and finish his over. One more ball in this over left. But I reckon that's a pretty decent total. First up. They've gone past 190. They're 191 for 6. It'll be a pretty big challenge for Titans to come and chase the total that Dhaka Dynamites will end up with. Huh. How many Yorkers he's bowled in this over? Terrific one to finish. Another Yorker. So in the end, after 20 overs, Dynamites have managed to score 192 for 6.
Yeah, it has been a great display of batting from the Dynamites. It turned out to be a mammoth of a score.